So, I'm pretty sure most of you remember when I first brought Yuriko on the channel months ago. And she was pretty much a teacup in one hand kitten. Well, of course she was. She wasn't even 8 weeks old yet. Not so much anymore. So hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is one of our found coffee mugs. I am pretty sure that this was a Valentine's mug. I don't know where I got it from. But it has all kinds of little endearments. You hear the jingling in the background. We recently collared our kittens. And they have bells. This is actually a good thing, especially in the case of Mystique, who pretty much blends into almost any background you put her on. The bells help us find them. At any rate, she's on some paper I put down from Gambit right behind me. So, yeah, gonna hear you a lot. Back to the mug. So this has a lot of little endearments that people call someone they love, soulmate, darling, precious, I don't know about doll face, a honey, a sweetheart, buttercup, beautiful, cutie pie, just all kinds of little phrases. Like I said, I don't know when or where I got this. I don't know who gave it to me. Could have been the ex when we weren't exes. Could have been more recent than that. It was just packed away in a box. And I have so many Valentine's type coffee mugs, it's honestly no surprise that I can't remember where I got it from. Some make a lasting impression and some don't. At any rate, in our coffee mug is, if you remember when I bought the Adagio teas, the Leviathan Wake series, they sent along a little box of teas that had a month and a day on them that you were supposed to drink them as part of their tea club. So today we're trying one of those. This is the sip on June 24th. Obviously I didn't do that. And this one has honeybush tea, apple pieces, natural forced berry flavor, raspberry leaves, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and rose petals. It was a chunky tea, but it was not in any kind of temple. It was just put in the baggie, chunky. So I had to come up with my own baggie, which is fine. I have a lot from SipSpy. And I don't know if you can see that, but you can see there's little chunks in there. Now, it did have a lot less than what I normally put in my tea. I'm not expecting it to be blow me away with flavor. I like a pretty strong dessert tea, but let's give her a sip and then we will get started. She smells good. I'm getting a little bit. No distinct flavors yet. Probably the honeybush, mostly. There's a bit of a fruitiness to it, but no distinct flavors. We're going to let it sit and we'll see how it goes towards the end. So today I am finally catching up on my reverse Rouge for the past 2 or 3 months. I can't even remember now. I think I'm supposed to do them at the end of every even month. Yeah, it would be because January and then February. So we're right around the same spot where we're supposed to be doing. I feel like I'm running behind. At any rate, I do have my bucket and I have some extra sitting here, and we are going to go through all those, and I will tell you very briefly what I thought as usual, and I will tell you what they cost, and we will get to the total of what I've spent, or not what I spent, what I've used at the end. If you don't know, Reverse Rouge Challenge is to challenge you to use up as much product as beauty products, so shampoos, skincare, makeup, hair care, all that stuff. So to use as much as that as it would take to reach Rouge status on Sephora, and that's about $1,200. So that's what our goal has been for this year, and we've talked about me possibly taking that goal up. At any rate, let's go ahead and get started. We have, first of all, the Purifying Charcoal Detox Shampoo for OGX. As you all know, I don't use this as a shampoo because it dries my hair out, but I do use it as a body soap, and as a body soap, I will continue to use it. The charcoal really does seem to help with, you know, we get body pimples and things like that. It really seems to help with those. So yes, I already have another one in the shower, and I think I have 3 under the sink because whenever they go on sale for even $1 less, I usually pick one up just because I want to keep the cost down. At any rate, I usually pick mine up at Kroger where it costs $6.75 on the regular. It's actually not as high as some, but it's lower than others. So $6.75. Next, I have the Taliah Waajid Green Apple and Aloe Nutrition Curl Definer. I got this last summer, I believe, when my hair started to dislike glycerin, like a lot. Like, my hair is already prone to frizz, as you can kind of see. When I was using glycerin products, it turned into a fuzzball. So I had to start going to low to no glycerin products, and this helped me that summer. This is one of the first products I actually found that was low to no glycerin. I believe this one is no. It might be low. Quick Scan says there is no glycerin here, but those ingredient lists are so tiny. At any rate, I probably would not buy this again. It did get me through last summer. And then I was able, it was affordable. It is affordable. It is $10.99, which is fairly affordable. It's right around what I normally pay for. It's in the pay range of what I'm used to paying. And I did like it, and it got me through the summer. However, this is a very sticky curl definer, and their gel is also very sticky, and both of them are also very heavy. And I am finding now that I need lighter weight products, or my curl starts to deflate even sooner than normal. As you all know, I struggle with keeping my volume, so I won't be repurchasing it. But that said, it is a very good curl definer, a curling cream, if your hair can stand up to it. It's just my hair needs something on the lighter weight side, and something not so sticky and tough to get through my hair. My hair is not necessarily fine, but I do find that some of the stickier products you end up having to pull on your hair, and I don't like to do that. So highly recommend it. It's just not something I would rebuy for my hair. Just dropping them on the floor. Next, we have the Eden Bodyworks Coconut Shea Curl Defining Cream. I honestly need to say, y'all know I love this line. I love Eden Bodyworks. This was $9.25. I have at least one that I'm mixing with the Rizzo's curls. This gives me moisture, and it also helps with the curl. The Rizzo's curls curl defining cream actually has a little bit of hold in it. So when I mix the two, I get a little bit of that hold and a little bit of this, and it's perfect. Perfect. But yeah, I already have one that I'm using, and I have another one under the sink, and I don't see me, I shouldn't say that I would probably never buy it. There's never a point where I would not buy it, but I don't see me getting to a point where I wouldn't buy it. So highly recommend if you have curly hair. All right, so those were outside of our bucket. Now we're going to actually get into the bucket. First of all, we have the Alikay Naturals Avocado Cream Moisture Repairing Mask. This is a little sample that I picked up from them. I've already purchased a large one. I do recommend it. This is an interesting mask. In fact, most of the Alikay Naturals products are interesting. In fact, I can talk really, in that they, no matter what the consistency of the stuff that I've tried so far, when they actually go into your hair, they're very, very light, and they literally melt into the hair. I've not had anything that I've had a problem with. Now, I haven't tried their lemongrass line, and I think a lot of that has to do with, I think, a number of the products had glycerin in them. But this was, if you're looking for a mask for your hair, and even if you have straight hair, you should be masking your hair once a week, usually. I do mine once a week at least. Sometimes I do it twice. It depends. Depends what's going on with the hair. My hair's been feeling a little dry lately. We've had a lot of rain, which means I'm getting a lot of the moisture sucked out. So yeah, I've been doing a little bit more to try to keep the moisture in. But at any rate, you should be doing it once a week, and no less than every other week. So I highly recommend this, and I suspect that this will work on non-curly hair too. It's beautiful. This was $5.99. Used it all up. Got another one. Yeah. Also from the Alikay Naturals minis, the travel sets that I got, also $5.99 was the Alikay Aloe Berry styling gel. Got another big one of this one as well. I've been using that almost exclusively of late. Next we have the Eden Bodyworks Hibiscus Honey Hydration Custard. I love this line. I love the way it smells. However, this is a heavier cream. This is mostly for moisture. You can use it as a curl cream. I have used it as a curl cream, but oh Lord. And the fragrance on these are very light. As I recall, for most Eden Body Works, fragrance or perfume is near the bottom. This is a beautiful line. I've been buying the heck out of the tonic lately, but this is a bit heavy for my hair. This is something that I would use if for some reason my hair was severely dried out. So it actually really worked on my hair when I first started my curl journey. However, now that my hair is healthier and doesn't need as much moisture to get healthy, these products are a little bit too heavy. Love it. I do have a small mini that I'm hanging on to because you never know what could happen. Haven't opened it. It's just sitting there just in case, you know. But if my hair didn't have a problem with it being so heavy, I probably would repurchase it. It's just not for my hair right now. Our hair changes. I'm sure people have seen that their skin changes a lot. Our hair changes a lot too. As we get healthier or get less healthy, as we have other things going on in our lives. All right, so next is another one that you guys should know that I will probably continue to purchase until the end of time, until someone tells me it's bad. Don't use that on your skin. I haven't had any problems. My skin has been looking very good. And that's the Pixi Skin Treats Glow Tonic-To-Go pads. You get 60 pads for $18. I forgot to say, the Hibiscus Honey is $9.25. I think I forgot to say. Anyway, these are $18. I have another one under the sink and one that I'm using. So that's just how it goes. Yeah. As soon as the one under the sink goes up on my counter to start being used, I order it back up. Next, we have the Adwoa Deep Conditioner, the Baomint Deep Conditioning Treatment. This is their 8-ounce size. I did order a 16-ounce. Probably shouldn't have, but I did order a 16-ounce. They apparently are no longer carrying the 8-ounce. At least when I went to the site to price this, I couldn't find it. They just have the 16-ounce. The 16-ounce is $36, so I'm pricing this at $18. It was probably a little bit more than that, but I don't remember. It's like 22 or something, but I don't remember. So we're gonna just go with the 18 because it's half of the other one. And I can use, this is something I use not so much as a deep conditioning treatment. I found that it actually didn't work like that for me, but as a lightweight conditioner that's between regular conditioner and a deep conditioner, it actually works really well on days that my hair is feeling like it needs more help. Kind of like a mask where I can put it in for like 3 minutes and it just seems to do what it needs to do. I tried this with a heat cap and it just didn't seem to do much more than that. So I don't use it with a heat cap anymore. I use it more like a mask or just a heavier version of a conditioner. It is lightweight though. It doesn't have a lot of that weight that a lot of conditioners have. And yeah, so I have that. I just haven't opened it yet. I haven't broken it out yet because I'm trying to get through like 5 other masks right now. So it is just sitting under my sink waiting for me to clear some space. Yeah. Under my sink is kind of scary. Really. Next, we have the Curls Ultimate Be Smooth Curl Butter Gel. As y'all know, this had become one of my favorite gels until the Alikay came along. So I actually ended up giving I had two of them. I had one that was partially used and one that was full. I gave the full one to the neighbors, I believe, and I gave the partially used one to one of my girls. It is a nice soft hold gel. I do like this gel. I love the smell of it. I love the hold it gives. I don't like a really stiff, heavy hold. Again, it has to do with how my curls feel, and I don't like that. I just don't like it. And how much weight they put on. The thing is, it is a heavier gel than the Alikay Naturals, which again, it's like everything else that I've tried from the Alikay so far, is very, very lightweight. It does its job, but it doesn't weigh anything down. It's very lightweight, and yet I still get hold, and I still get my curls, and it's really fine. So I recommend this. I don't know if this is going to be a permanent part of the line. Sometimes it seems hard to get a hold of, but if you're looking for a gel that isn't really lightweight but still gives you a soft hold, this would be the gel I would recommend. And that was $5.99. It's one of their more affordable things. All right, so next we have my absolute holy grail for my frizz. Obviously, it doesn't get rid of all of it, but it helps. Honestly, any frizz that I've had in the recent videos is because the weather has been atrocious. We have had storms running in and out. There is no way for my hair to adjust, and the humidity is pulling the moisture out of my hair and turning it frizzy. My hair is not dried out. It's just struggling with the weather. So without this, it'd be a whole lot worse, and that is the Bodyworks Coconut Shea Elixir. I use this on every day. Every time I shower, every time I wash my hair, this is what I use. It is one of two things that has become basically holy grails that I use all the time. The other one being the Adwoa Conditioning Leave-In Styler. So most of the items that I buy have to work with this. I can't have them have issues with this. So far, nothing I've tried has. It is amazing. And I have one open, and I have like 3 under the sink, and I told you, under my sink is scary. But I highly recommend it. I would think that this would work on straight hair as well as curly hair, so something you may want to consider, and it is only $5. The next item is a mini of the I Do Care Matcha Mood Soothing Green Tea Wash Off Mask. Now there's another mask I'm going to show you that I still have a duplicate. I have another one of, but I don't want to repurchase, and I'll explain it then. So I have been looking for replacement soothing masks. As you know, I mask almost every night, and I alternate heavy hitters like clay, charcoal, anything that's going to pull stuff out of your pores. Those kind of masks with soothers, cucumber, aloe, and now the matcha tea. And I do like this. I was going to buy a big one, but my daughter had one, and she went ahead and gave it to me, for which I appreciate. And I do enjoy this. This particular size right here was worth $2.50. And yes, I would repurchase it again and again and again. So we're going to talk about the other mask that I was just talking about. This is the SpaLife Cucumber Yogurt Facial Cream Mask. This is another one that I would use as a soother. I've got another packaged, another container of it in my bathroom, but once it's gone, I won't repurchase. And part of the reason for that is that the yogurt and the cucumber are near the bottom. So the cucumber is like the 9th, and the yogurt is like the 3rd or 4th from the very bottom. When I want a cucumber yogurt mask, if you're going to say it's a cucumber yogurt mask, cucumber and yogurt need to be in the top 6 or 7 ingredients, and they aren't. And on top of that, this has dimethicone, which you all know I'm trying to use as seldom as possible. So it's actually an okay mask. It's not horrible, but yeah, I won't be rebuying it. This was $24. Took me a while to use it precisely because I got really irritated with the fact that the yogurt and the cucumber weren't higher up in the ingredient list. Now, I have a recipe to make a yogurt cucumber mask. The problem is storage and keeping it stored. Anyway, moving right along, we have my NYX setting spray. As you know, this is like, I use this all the time. I have one that's open. I have a backup. Yeah, so $8.50. Then I have another hair care product. This is the All About Curls Bouncy Cream. Now, as I recall, I really, really enjoyed this when I used it. Later, not so much. And I think that had to do with having other products that I enjoyed more. It's not a bad product. It's actually lightweight. It does really help with the curls. It's just not one I would probably repurchase anytime soon. Just because, like I said, there are other products I enjoy more. Now, Zotos has come out with another line for curls that I would like to try at some point, just based on my experience with the All About Curls line. However, like I said, probably won't be repurchasing this one. And this was $9.99. I had bought that whole line. Most of that line ended up going to other people. But a lot of the products that I have to talk about that I've purged were purged because they had glycerin if they were for my hair. All right, next is the L'Oreal Pure Clay Mask. This is their red clay. Got one open. I don't have a backup, but I do have one open. I also used the charcoal one, and I'm trying a blue one right now. And I haven't noticed anything different on the blue one versus like the charcoal one. This one has not only the red clay, but it has little exfoliators in there. There's not a lot. It's not like their lemon one, or there's another one that has them. So there's not a lot, but there's just enough to work with my milia around my nose, and I really like that. So yes, I've repurchased it. Will repurchase more. This was $12.99. The next item is something that should have been gone a long time ago. It was gotten in a BoxyCharm. I haven't been a member of BoxyCharm for at least 6 months, and this was at least 6 months before that. And it does not have the little thing that tells you how long it should last once open. It does say expires 2021, but that's unopened. Anyway, that is the Touch and Soul No Problem Primer. This thing is $18. And no, my primary primer is the NYX Hydro Touch. I did like mixing this with like the NYX Hydro Touch and a couple of others that I've tried. It does seem to help those more moisturizing and lighter weight primers cover the pores just a little bit, blur them out. It doesn't necessarily get rid of them. I have at least one big one that nothing can, yeah. But no. I'm trying a new priming moisturizer that I'm thinking might replace the NYX Hydro Touch. We'll see. But I wouldn't spend $18 on a primer. And I want to go with less, not just because I don't want to keep layering all that shit on my face. You'll have to pardon me, but also money-wise, we're at the end of the stretch where we were doing really well, and we are now going back into. We're gonna have to fight for it. You know what I mean. I'm sure you would know what I mean. Most of you should know what I mean if you're not there already. So $18 for a primer? No. It was okay. I used it all up. It's not one of the ones that I felt needed to be tossed or that I struggled with. I did use it almost every time. Not every time, but almost every time that I put on a primer. Just not one that I'm going to keep picking up. Next is another one that's going to go the way of not being purchased primarily because of price, because I absolutely love this mask. But this is $22, and I have other masks that I can get for less that work just as well and give me as much, if not more, product. This is the Pixi Skin Treats Glow Mud Mask, Deep Purifying Mask. This thing is so good. It feels good on the skin. It definitely cleans out your pores. It cleans off your face. It's one of those ones that dries down. I really, really loved it, but I'm not going to spend $22 on it. I have another one that I think is like $15, and I'd rather spend the $15. The one for $15 I really enjoy. Maybe not as much as this, but it's a good replacement for this. But if you have 22 and you don't have a problem with putting a little more money out on a product that you really want or really like or think will work, this is something you should try. We are almost at the bottom of the bucket. Anyway, so the next two are from L'Oreal. They're part of their Voluminous mascara line. One is a primer, one's in blue. They're $8.95, so it's not a bad thing. I just didn't feel that they really did anything. The blue, both of these still have a little bit in them. Let's start there. But I opened them in April, so we're heading into September, and that's past the 3-month mark, and I did use it for an extra month. I try not to go beyond 4 or 5 months for anything. The blue just doesn't show up. It looks really bright, like it would be really bright. It's not, at least not on my eyes. So I wouldn't repurchase these. I found a primer by CoverGirl I'm trying. I am looking around for other primers that give that nice white base. So if you use colored mascaras, they show up. This one was okay. Neither one of them really, I thought, did anything in terms of making your lashes go longer or anything like that. So yeah, not really interested in repurchasing those. So next I have the Derma E Purifying 2-in-1 Charcoal Mask, Charcoal and Marine Algae. This is the one that I said that could replace the Pixi. And this one is, let me find you, $15.50. This gives you 1.7 ounces. The Pixi gives you 1.52. My only complaint about this is it's sold out a lot, and I have to wait to find it. So I'm buying backups and keeping the backups under the sink, and then once I hit a backup, and I, like when I have one up and I have one down under the sink, I'm starting to look to see if I can buy it again. It is a really good mask. Like the Pixi, it just cleans everything out. It feels good on the skin. This, I believe, has a little bit of, like the L'Oreal has a little bit that can exfoliate a bit. The one thing that you have to be aware of is a much looser mask. Most of these charcoal masks that I use are very, very thick. You know, I use a brush to apply my masks, and for most of them I can put the product on the brush and it'll sit on the brush. This is loose, it'll ooze. So when I am getting ready to put it on my face, I have to make sure, well, I'm going to put it on the brush, I have to make sure it's going right on my face, that I have everything ready to go. There have been times when I have to set the brush down and go find something or whatever. I can't do that with this because it'll ooze off the brush. But other than that, it's great. Going on, it's one of those that it lightens up as it dries out, and yeah, it makes my skin feel very soft and smooth, and really highly recommend this. We are down to the last 4 items. I'm going to go ahead and pull these out here, put the bucket on the floor, and I got so much stuff next to me. We're going to go into another mask. This is the Bud Masky Recovery Mask. I got this in Ipsy. This right here is $17.69. I believe this is the mask that when I looked it up was around $71. No. Derma E before this. I don't remember anything. I don't think there was anything special about it, honestly. I don't think it did. It says it's supposed to be a pore refiner, hydrating, anti-aging, brightening, and soothing. No, just gonna go with, I don't recall it doing any of that stuff. Mind you, you'd probably have to have it for longer than I had it. This is like maybe 2 uses for me. Well, go 3 or 4 uses. But yeah, just that price, no. Delusions of grandeur, you guys. Next, I have the Lancome High Definition Mascara. This is this little thing is $5.50. This didn't do anything for me. Lengthened the lashes a little bit. I don't recall my lashes being at all amazing with this, so no. Then I have the Mellow Brow Tinted Brow Gel. I did manage to finally use this thing all up. This is $16. Again, no, and it's more than just the price, although that's part of it. I don't like using tinted brow gels. I much prefer to use a clear brow gel and then a brow pencil. I feel like I have more control over where the color goes than if I'm using a tinted brow gel. So I would not repurchase this either. So 16 bucks for that. No, 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 no. And then the Galactic eyeliner. I had a friend that thought Galactic was just the amazing thing. I didn't find anything really amazing about it. It's a good eyeliner. It had some decent color. As I recall, I did a review on it recently. It's kind of on the wetter side, that kind of thing. Dried out quickly. Yeah, I'm not, no. And this thing was $20. I don't think I need to spend $20 on an eyeliner. I can buy an eyeshadow and setting spray, and that'll last me longer than any eyeliner anyway. So that's another no. All right, so all in all, I used up $285.78 worth of products over the last couple of months. A lot of these have been in process for a while, like the Adwoa Baomint is from last year. The Taliah Waajid is also from last year. The hydration custard is from last year. A lot of the hair care is from last year. Not all of it. The SpaLife is from last year. So a lot of these I picked up last year, and I just am finally getting through them because I'm trying so many different things. And, you know, when you find something that's a new favorite, it's harder to get yourself to use up the stuff that you're supposed to use up. That's part of the purpose of the reverse Rouge for me, is to use up the stuff I'm supposed to use up. Yeah. At any rate, so total, we started off with my total being $966.98. You add that to the $285.78. I've used $1,252.76 worth of product. So it's time to up my game, and I'm trying to decide between $1,500 and maybe $1,700. One of those would be, I think $1,700 would be a real challenge. But I'm also noticing a slight slowdown in things being used up because I'm starting to hit the stuff that, yes, I need to use it, but it's been sitting around because I've been trying to get rid of older stuff. So let me know what you think, which one I should do, 15 or 17. We'll see what you all think about that. At any rate, that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen, I hope you will subscribe. If you subscribe, so many ifs. But if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. I currently upload 2 days a week, Monday and Thursday. However, we do bonus videos. We have indie brands that we open up. Those go up as bonus videos. My son opens his My Geek box every month. And if you send something, that goes up as a bonus video as well, unless you tell me you don't want me to do it that way. Put a little note somewhere on the box, or, you know, double box it, whatever, just put a little note, and I will not open it on the channel if that's what you want. We also used to do garden videos, but we're going to have to hold off until next year. We're heading into harvest season, and we have nothing to harvest because the weather has been absolutely freaky. However, if you want to see any of those, they do not go up on regular upload days, so you'll need to have that bell clicked so you get notified. However, if you're part of my notification squad, you'll probably know that we are starting to have issues with that bell. I am anyway. I'm not getting notified by anybody. Hopefully YouTube will fix it, and when they fix it, hopefully people will get notified again. So if you're part of the notification squad, check, never know. Hopefully they'll fix it. Things happen. It'll only take you about a second anyway. And if you choose not to subscribe, well, you know, I'd understand. I'd be sad and disappointed, but I'd understand. There's a lot of YouTube out there. You don't need to hang out with this old dragon every week. Yeah. I'd really appreciate your subscription, but it's up to you, you know? Not everybody's for everybody. But that said, we do hope you come back again. And when you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. Alrighty, so we have sat here for at least 30-35 minutes, no matter what it says on the screen for the editing part of this video. Let's go ahead and give her a taste and see if sitting here has helped that little bitty bit of tea give enough flavor that I enjoy it, and whether or not we're going to get some very distinct flavors. It's not bad. I'm trying to figure out what to say about it. So I honestly think that if I had tried this with more tea, that I might actually like it more than I'm liking it right now. I am getting fruitiness. I actually am getting more apple than anything else, which makes sense. The apple pieces are, you know, higher up. There is a taste in the back. It's not bitter, but it's probably the honeybush tea or the rose petals that's coming in the back, and I think it's kind of muddying the flavor just a little bit. Not a bad tea, not one I would repurchase. Not one that's going to go in my little hope chest that I have around here somewhere. At any rate, that's it for the day. Hope you have a good one.